Hi everyone, welcome back. We are learning about semiconductors. In the previous lesson, we learnt about Hall effect sensors, which are four-terminal semiconductor devices. This is the last lesson of this course, and we will be learning about the applications of all the semiconductor devices of what you see above. So there were three types of semiconductor devices: a two-terminal, three-terminal, and a four-terminal semiconductor device. First, we will be seeing about the applications of a two-terminal semiconductor device called as the diode. They are used as rectifiers. Rectifiers are devices that converts an AC signal, that is an alternating current signal, to a DC signal, that is a direct current signal. These diodes conduct only in one direction and operate only in the forward bias condition. Diodes are also used in clipping circuits. Clipping circuits are used in FM transmitters where the noise peaks are limited to a particular value so that excessive peaks are being removed from them. The clipper circuit is used to put off the voltage beyond the present value without disturbing the remaining part of the input waveform. Now let me zoom in this picture for you to show what clipping circuit does. So we have this part of the waveform being clipped by this clipping circuit by the use of a diode without altering the original waveform. So the next application is clamping circuits. A clamper circuit is used to shift or alter either positive or negative peak of an input signal to the desired level. This circuit is also called as the level shifter or DC restorer. Let me zoom in the picture for a better understanding of what clamping circuits does. So can you see this waveform being shifted with both their positive and negative signals totally? So this is what a diode does in clamping circuits. The next application are logic gates. Diodes can also perform digital logic operations. Low and high impedance states of a logic switch are analogous to forward and reverse bias conditions of the diodes respectively. Thus, a diode can perform all logic operations such as AND, OR, NAND, NOT, etc. They are also used as voltage multiplier circuits to multiply the voltage of the circuit. Finally, they are also used in solar panels. The diodes which are used for protection of solar panels are called as the bypass diodes. Now, if the solar panel is faulty or damaged or shaded by the fallen leaves, snow or any other obstructions, then the overall output power decreases and arises hotspot damage because the current of the rest of the cells must flow through this faulty or shaded cell causes overheating. So, the main function of the bypass diode is to protect these solar cells against this hotspot heating problem. There are also a lot more applications of diode, but these are the most common ones. So moving on, we will be seeing the applications of a three-terminal device called as the transistors. Now we have two types of transistors. That is the BJT and FET, that is bipolar junction transistors and field effect transistors. So these are used in amplification. They are used in both voltage and current amplification. So when we pass the input current from a region of low resistance to a region of high resistance, we can amplify the voltage or the current. And that is why we've got the name transistors, because it's a transfer of resistance from a resistor. So transistor. Can you say how we've got this name now? So coming back, transistors are also used for analog circuits such as in oscillators and amplifiers as we saw above. Now, the circuits which translate between analog signal and a digital signal is called as the mixed signal circuits. Now, transistors are also used as switching devices. They are used as switching devices for computer logic circuits, and logic gates are used which becomes the basic elements for any digital system. Now we will be looking at the applications of a four-terminal device. Do you remember that we saw that there are two types of four-terminal semiconductor devices? One is the Hall effect sensor and the other is the optocouplers. So first we'll be seeing about the applications of optocouplers or the photocouplers. So this was a combination of an LED and a phototransistor having four terminals. Does it ring a bell about us seeing about optocouplers? So this is how optocouplers look like. They usually have 6 pins, and this is another model of an optocoupler having just 4 pins. So where are these optocouplers being used? They are used in valve controls, lighting controls, static power switches, temperature controls, lamp dimmers, AC motor starters and drivers, and lots more. So these are very good isolators of circuits and still they could conduct current. Now we'll be looking at the applications of half-effect sensors. Do you remember that half-effect sensors were used in proximity sensing, current sensing, speed detection and positioning? So where are these applications being used in real life? They are usually used in anti-skid sensors, door interlock and ignition sensor, automotive sensors. Usually, Hall effect sensors are predominantly used in the automobile sectors. Now let me zoom in the spectral view and see these are so many types of sensors that we have in a car using Hall effect sensors. Like we have the traction control where we have the magnetic wheel speed detection sensor, we have power windows, power seat controllers, we have ignition dwell angle controls, we have the power mirrors, the transmission sensors, we also have the throttle positioning, and the Hall effect sensors used here are rotary. We have the power sunroof and the shift lever position using the probe sensors. There are other places where Hall effect sensors are used as well because it uses a magnetic field to produce a potential difference across a semiconductor device and conduct current, but predominantly it's used in automotive or automobile industry. So in this lesson, we saw about the applications of a diode, transistor and four-terminal semiconductor devices. Well, now that wraps up the end of this course. So throughout this course, we've seen about what is a semiconductor, what are the types of semiconductors, that is 2-terminal, 3-terminal and 4-terminal semiconductor devices. We've seen their applications, their workings, and lots more. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the comment section below. Well, stay tuned for more courses from me. And thank you for watching.